This is our first podcast.
Welcome. Thanks for having
Michael,
me.
Thanks for
Thanks for having us.
Sorry, I got a
Great
naturally
stuff.
seductive.
Yeah,
voice.
naturally seductive. You're also naturally late all the time, Speedy Gonzalez. Dude, so...
Wait, when did he get here? My guess was 2 hours from when you said 40 minutes.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
wait, he said I'm here. He said I'm here at
But today-
12:56.
Today is daylight savings time, though. So we gotta...
And you it was an hour and a half on the dot. So I was off.
We gotta cut you a break, Kamar.
He's already 30 minutes better.
You're 30 minutes better.
Yeah.
Daylight savings time?
Yo.
Fuck me up.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tilt your mics up
to
like that.
follow.
Tilt your mics up like that.
Yeah.
So, because the input for these specific mics is like right here,
Oh,
super
Yeah.
sensitive.
So
Yeah, like even like
okay.
that. Trust me, like it'll be fine. And I'm gonna just even move it a little like that. That's
Okay.
fine. So you're good, Kamar. Yeah. So if you find like you talk directly above it, it'll just sound way better, right?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
You still sound like you're fucking far away.
Can you hear my? Yeah, I don't think it's picking anything up.
Just talk.
It might depend on-
You're right here. Twist
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Twist it so it's. How do you know? How do you know where he
It's
is?
the logo. It's the
Because of
logo.
the. Oh, gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Keep talking.
Can you hear me now?
Keep talking.
Oh, like yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Now it's getting seductive.
Yeah,
Okay.
now I can hear
Some
myself.
auto
a
tune
little
on that
bit.
bitch.
Dude. Okay, so we have absolutely no itinerary for today. What are we? We're not even Toronto mans, but we're gonna have a Justin Trudeau in the background.
We're a bunch of fucking Toronto Chads. Let's get it.
Do you guys even have any interesting stories? I told Kamari better prepare for this, but I don't think we have anything lined up. Kamar's like, okay, I'll come up with some ideas, and then he comes an hour late. I hope Stanley doesn't barge in.
Oh,
Our
Authenticity.
Yo, so we have absolutely, you know what? We're just gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to the screen share so people can see. We have absolutely no itinerary for today. Oh, the dogs are barking in the background, but you know what we are gonna do? I feel like this is long overdue. I don't think anybody has done a tier list. Kamar, have you ever seen a tier list?
No.
Yeah, you have, dude. What are you talking about?
If I have,
Everybody
I don't know
knows.
what it actually
Okay,
is.
so check it out. You're telling me you have never seen a tier list? Because we're about to do a tier list today for Justin Trudeau. Episode 1, number 1. Let's check it out. So we know he likes to play dress up, our prime minister. What do we actually think, though? Like, keep in mind, we're going to cut this as much as we want to.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to make a tier list about what we think is like. So S tier is like God tier, dress up. A, B, C, D. What do you think his best cosplay is? So we're just gonna get rocking and rolling. So this one, first of all, where is
Well,
he? Where
That
is he
doesn't
even in front
seem
of?
too cosplay though. That seems a little too real for me.
What do you mean? This one right here?
I feel like the God tier is the one where he's on his knees, praying in the middle of like thousands of people.
God tier. This is pretty good though.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like,
not bad.
Yeah,
but
What
like,
other ones are there?
what? What other ones? They're all right here, dude.
they're all like.
Oh, those are the
Yeah.
five.
Yeah,
scroll
I have
down
it
a
like
bit.
super zoomed in though. I have it super zoomed in. There we go. So we have 12 images today that we can pick from. I think if we're just coming right out of the gate, what year was this? This is like our goal, by the way, is to make sure that we try and like if anybody's gonna get canceled, it's Justin Trudeau. I don't want us to get canceled.
Well, I mean, the amount of shit he's done, he hasn't been canceled yet, so I don't think he's getting canceled.
He legalized weed. He's not gonna get
I know,
canceled.
I know.
But you know what?
the,
Like
the hipsters are in full swing for him. Now. They're
I-
not changing their opinion.
I don't understand though because like when they legalize weed, like I saw the other day a headline that said Mexico was gonna be like the front runner of like legalized cannabis like in the world. They're gonna be like one of the top distributors or suppliers and it's crazy because like Canada missed the opportunity. Like it became legal federally like a year ago, and how like don't get me wrong, Mexico has always been the undercover, you know,
You got a little more,
unofficial
a
capital.
little more than just weed going on, but
Yeah, but I really don't understand how Canada missed the opportunity on that.
they dropped the ball hard, man. They dropped the ball hard on that, but you know, I guess nothing new. It was a
That-
great opportunity. Could have been, you know,
Yeah.
on top of the world in that aspect. Just
I know,
I
and
think it was a lot of the regulations.
Yeah, there's a
limited.
ton. There's a
Yeah.
ton. Yeah.
regulations.
It really slowed and limited the growth of a lot of businesses.
But it's crazy. It's like I don't think that there's so many things to think about. If you already have like a game plan for alcohol, why is it so different to distribute marijuana? You know, like you already like they could have just made it. And I don't know if there was politically like an issue with, you know, the way that the alcohol people would have seen, you know, distribution of weed. Maybe that's why they didn't want to go that route because they said, hey, this is a conflict of interest for our business. but they already had the landscape. LCBO, are they private in Ontario?
government.
LCBO is private.
Yeah.
Private. Yeah.
But so they're private, but they sold the land. Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't.
I think so. I think private. They're private business. I think they're still run by the government, but they sold out all the real estate,
Okay.
which
Interesting.
is crazy.
Well, now they're talking about. They're going to be deciding on whether like corner stores, convenience stores can start selling liquor in Ontario. I know there's Quebec. I believe you can, right?
Yeah.
Quebec you can't. Yeah. So Ontario
Not
they're
that I
gonna.
would know.
Yeah, Ontario they're gonna start.
Yeah.
So okay, so see the LCBO.
So
is
LCBO is publicly owned,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
LCBO land belong to. Okay, Google, show us the way. Overseas sales will not be conducted at private stores. LCBO private company.
Well, it's just well, but they're public, but I mean, it comes down to who the government's going to give
Of course.
their liquor license to, right? If
Yeah.
you have a liquor license, you can sell liquor.
Yeah.
So it's whether
Just like the
they
grocery
want
stores can now sell liquor.
wine.
Some of them, yeah.
Wine.
And beer.
Do they
Walmart
sell
can
beer?
sell-
Walmart. That's because government loves Walmart, right?
It's crazy that and even talking about that, like small businesses, like Chelsea was talking the other day, how obviously their shop has not been allowed to open up, but it still blows my mind how they put in Ontario, they put kids back to school, and small businesses who would obviously, first of all, they have so much more to lose. So that they're going to be following the rules of whatever they have to do, limit per customer, sanitization, so much more strict because they don't have money for a fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it blows my mind that obviously all these big box stores are still able to be open, but a store like a small business, whatever you're operating, just can't be open during the lockdown.
Yeah.
And this is obviously filmed in the future. 3 guys in a basement, but we're filming this. Or actually, we filmed it last year. We're finally just getting it up right now.
Yeah, man. Small businesses for the couple weeks they've been open in Ontario and Canada, they bent over backwards to follow the rules, and then a couple cases go up, and it's like shut them down. But schools, it's the most important.
Kids are the dirtiest.
Don't get me wrong. School's important. But if you're going to choose something that the health of people or the economy sort of thing, you have to go one way. You can't just open up schools and then have shit hit the fan and then blame small businesses. Meanwhile, oh god,
Small businesses.
I'm just going down to their level. Yeah. So. Yeah, and you see it in the statistics every day. I mean, we've opened back up again with schools, and some days we've got 1,000 cases in Ontario, and 200 of them are from schools.
Have you
And they've
heard
barely
that?
been open for 3 weeks.
Have you heard that new radio commercial they have where the dude's like, "Oh, it's okay, everything is clearing up. Small, the summer's here, the nicer weather. I'm only just seeing friends and family. I'll wear a mask." And slowly they start to pan in audio of beep, beep, like a hospital, in a machine, and all of a sudden it goes beep, and a person flatlines,
Yeah.
"Don't you dare
Yeah.
leave your house.
Yeah.
The pandemic's not over." It's like, man, so I've been seeing, okay, so this is the thing that drives me wild. So they're spending money, the government's spending money on
Crazy
radio ads and
amounts.
YouTube ads.
Yeah.
Why have they never spent money before? What are they doing?
Yeah, you notice it just started for the last 3-4 months or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's going hard. And I was just actually saying this to my mom
Yeah.
the other day, asking if she had heard any of these ads or seen them on the roads. They're basically if you go out, even
Yeah.
for a walk, congratulations, you killed someone.
Yeah, and
It's fear mongering. It's crazy.
But the thing that irritates me is I know people have their own mixed opinions on the Amber Alerts, but bro, you have a whole fucking network to be able to just launch a free Amber Alert. Text people, hey, don't forget to stay at home. And I think people
That's
will be
true.
people are only pissed off with Amber Alerts because they'll hit 12 at night or 6 in the morning. Dude, if it was more of a consistent thing and it was just yo, are you getting Amber Alert right now?
No, it's my mom calling.
Oh shit. Yo,
Birth giver.
birth giver, do you want to put her on air? Just decline her.
Yeah, I'm going to decline.
Decline her. Say, "Mom, I have an
I
iPhone
should've
13.
said
I don't need you
silent,
anymore."
So it's,
yeah, I was gonna say I put my phone outside.
That's okay. But man, so imagine if they were to fix. So here, we're gonna look at the camera and we're gonna talk about this for real.
Which
We have
camera
a
are we
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can just cross-eyed look at both of them. So we have a plan right now to fix Amber Alerts. I swear to God. First of all, instead of it going the radio, it sounds like a tornado's coming. Hold on, we got to play the sound. Ontario Amber Alert noise. Because alert ready, tone extended. Bro, this guy has a 14-minute. Okay, hold on. We're going to Amber Alert. Okay, so listen, what's that movie?
The Purge.
Yeah, The Purge. Instead of it starting like The Purge is about to happen, can we not just get like a regular ass ringtone? Ting. You know,
Do you
like,
think? Do you think that it even needs to be a ringtone as opposed to just a full screen message?
or just like a
full-
vibrate?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why does it need to be so absurd? Like, especially when it's in the middle of the night or something like that. Like,
Just make it a message. Everybody checks their phone. You'll wake up in the morning and be like, hey, by the way, stay at home today.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, you got that. Like, it all makes sense. But for it to blast it, and like, I get it, the Amber Alerts, you can keep them with like the red triangle and as crazy as they need to be. I agree with that. I have no complaints. But it just blows my mind. Like, the amount of money for the exposure for these YouTube ads and these radio ads that they're running. The only other thing I can think of, so for radio, obviously, Trudeau, like when he came into office, didn't they inject a ton of money into CBC?
yeah.
So this is just their way of saying,
That's-
yeah,
That's like critics right away were on that. They're like,
Dude.
okay, well now CBC is liberally owned. And I mean, media in general nowadays, especially, you've got very few independent, non-biased media sources. They're either right or they're left. And yeah, it's hard to trust.
But like all you'd have to do, and you're right. So obviously they're scratching somebody's back, saying, "Hey CBC, like we'll throw you a bone, we'll advertise with you." But like they have a whole system right here where they can just do a less annoying Amber Alert and say, "Hey, stay home. Hey, here's a little like video. Click the link." Like I don't think anybody
or
would
even
mind
just
that.
information about COVID versus.
Yeah, why does it have to be like in a YouTube ad? Like the budget that they're spending to try and I don't know what the deal is with that. Like I would just wonder if you were to see like obviously if you we've all seen it, I'm sure it's like literally province wide, if not GTA wide. But there's a lot of money that you could spend. They're probably spending like a couple, maybe $1,000 a day on these ads, you know, across all their mediums. It's like, okay, well, you could have spent $5,000 doing something else. You could have given $5,000 to a small business. You know, that blows my mind. So we have a plan to fix that. I don't know if we're gonna engage the TikTok community. We should engage the TikTok community, Kamara. I know none of us are on TikTok yet. We're about to see TikTok
We
explosive.
might have to, yeah. We might have to
TikTok
go.
famous?
It's crazy. it's crazy how fast things blow up on TikTok. You can be like a nobody
Yeah.
and just put a few tags or hashtags or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works.
So
but
so here's
But
the
are you still technically a nobody? Like, sure, you're TikTok famous, but
But whoa.
What is
Yeah.
that?
I think I was calling this a year ago. I knew TikTok would overtake Instagram for one
you
reason.
did. I remember you saying
I was
that, and
saying
I was
this.
like, no, I laughed it off, and it was yeah.
LOL. But listen, next time we have something, it's going to be on video. Mark my word. But like the only reason why TikTok is because you talk to anybody who's around 10K followers on Instagram, and they would tell you how hard it is to get from 10 to 10 and a half and 11, right? And at that point, and so I would say this, and this is my piece of wisdom for anybody who wants to try and get on the platform. They're already thinking it's too late. I'll tell you right now, if there's a celebrity who's on TikTok, and the way that you know a platform is still there's still so much opportunity, and I'll trademark this, I'll stand by it, is if you look at the whole effect of it. If you have a celebrity on TikTok and they don't have like 1 million followers yet, there's room for everybody on TikTok. That's how you know a platform has matured. Because once, like, if I don't know if Justin Bieber, whoever, but like you see these
Yeah.
personalities start to move over, and they're
get
like
what you're
20K, 30K followers. It's a lot. But then you have some dude in his basement who's, you know, made a funny video, like did a double chin in the mirror or something. He's got like 100,000. That's how you know. So until that, you know, pyramid kind of resets,
Yeah.
it's still everybody has the opportunity.
So when do you think? What do you think the time frame on that is? When
I
TikTok kind of expires in terms of opportunity?
Well, obviously, like the time, you know, every day, you know, life is short. Get on it. But I think the opportunity is still there. Like the algorithm, they're probably doing a wicked job to pump the little guy, and that's the biggest motivator. Because if you know you've been at 10K followers on Instagram for a while, all of a sudden you go on TikTok, you make 5 videos, and you blow up.
yeah.
You're gonna spend all your time, and for
You
good
know, that's
reason.
actually what Chelsea was saying when I was talking to her a little bit ago. She
Yeah.
was like, yeah, she has like this many followers on Instagram, but TikTok, which she started recently, is like
Yeah.
way more than that.
And the algorithm, in my opinion, is way better. And the crazy thing about it is it serves you so much more relevant content. Like Instagram, I think, is at the point where it's matured as a platform that you're only seeing the posts of like the same maybe 100 or 200 people that are like the top of the ecosystem, you know, and in the same rich lifestyles or whatever, or the same celebrities or supermodels, right? It just keeps recycling. Then I think their algorithm is in such a deep echo chamber that it doesn't matter who you are. If you're on Instagram for 10 minutes, for 3 days in a row, you're gonna have the same news feed as pretty much like 90% of the community, because it's
Right,
learned how to get
So
everybody
you know what
there.
they do? Whenever you make a post or something, they'll broadcast it like a certain percentage of your followers.
Yeah.
And based on the interaction from that, then they show it to more and more people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of stupid because, well, I mean, I get why they do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it hurts people, right? Because if you don't have a lot of interactions or people just, if you're a smaller guy, how do you grow at such a smaller rate?
Yeah,
rate
that's
than
why
if
TikTok's gonna
everyone
kill it.
saw?
That's why TikTok, and the other thing too that I think people are sick of is Instagram is so polished. Every aesthetic on Instagram is like,
Oh, yeah.
look at the desk. It's like perfect, labels out, right?
Yeah.
Everything is sponsored. TikTok is the reason I think it's going to still continue to grow is because those influencers, quote unquote, there's actually like, it's obviously like a Vine 2.0, right? Anybody who's kind of funny, like you just put a crappy video up, right, and just be you. And I think everybody now, you're curating your brand so hard on Instagram, and you got to treat it like it's everybody's checking it out and taking
It's
you
almost
seriously.
professional.
Yeah, it's man, it's like, it's crazy. It's almost become like the new way to
Advertise.
yeah, like it's just so corporate in my opinion. But anyways, Justin Trudeau, we're getting back to you. He's been in the back. You guys can't see. He's been in the backdrop the whole fucking time. Like the other screen, the other screen. This one. Yeah. He's looking down on us like this. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this tier list. Okay, we're gonna do this from front to back. So first of all, this one where he's a lumberjack right here. Do you think that's cosplay or is that
pretty
real?
weak.
Do you think it's
That's
cosplay?
probably like
I don't think it's real.
I think Trudeau loves his costumes, and that might be cosplay.
I think it's cosplay because I think he's just going after the Canadian lumberjack aesthetic.
Yeah.
And what did it say? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know. I think Trudeau. I think
What's the background? Image? Like,
Without
where is
knowing
he?
information, I think that's what the Liberal Party may have told him for PR to go out
Yeah.
as after he got caught with the blackface.
yeah.
He went out with that to really show he was with the Canadian people,
the laugh track.
The laugh track.
Okay, so hold on a sec. We're gonna drag this up.
Oh, God.
This
Oh,
is like
gosh.
Reno. This is.
Yeah, that needs to go up a little bit.
I
Yeah,
think
that's tier.
This is
That's-
A tier.
That's a
Yeah, that's an A tier.
This is
Yeah.
A tier for sure.
Yeah.
And I hate to say, but I don't think anything is gonna be below like a C tier on this. Edgewalk, we accidentally put
We'll
this up.
see. That's
This is an accidental upload, but in representation of Toronto, we're just gonna put a B tier.
yeah. We got to
Just
put
B-
on
B
for our
tier.
city.
Okay, so A tier. I think honestly, GOAT is this one. This is S tier.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The blackface where he's just like.
I think that's C tier for cringe, man. God,
But hold on,
that's so hard
the,
to look
the
at.
image cropped itself. He's beside two other Sikh dudes with like legit
Oh,
turbans.
so it's Sikh tier.
So this is like
Gotcha.
this is like, but dude, for real, like he's beside two Sikh dudes, and he's dressed up as a sultan
Aladdin?
or Aladdin. I don't know.
I don't know.
Aladdin.
But the fact that he's like this engagement, I don't know if we ever pulled the real story. To be quite honest, I don't care to dig into the context. The fact that this man did this and he just walked away from it. In fourth year university, I remember before we were allowed to do join any of our associations, we had to do like the cultural
Equity
we had to do the equity like,
training.
and I remember that was like the first time I got exposure to the whole blackface thing, and it's like you can't paint your face any color, and I remember like I remember it being so, I didn't have a problem with kind of the messaging. I had a problem with the way that it was kind of being forced.
Sure.
It was like, and this was like 6 years ago, and this was like, hey, you guys have to take this not because we don't think you agree, but because it's necessary to prevent a lawsuit. And that's where it kind of started bugging me, because that's when it started becoming a thing where it's just like, hey, we're doing this just in case. Like, it wasn't being done for the honest purpose of educating.
Right.
It was being done for the purpose of we don't want to get sued.
They saw
And
it.
it's so
They
disingenuous.
saw cancel culture coming.
Yeah, I guess. I
They
guess.
saw it ahead of their times.
Anyways,
UT's ranking up there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So apparently for universities, I completely disagree with this, but these people are still charging the same prices for these online classes as they are like a regular.
That's so absurd.
Yeah.
I honestly, so I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. Here's my theory. Okay, in the next 5 years, there's gonna be an education company that comes out of nowhere. So this is
They already are.
I know, but like to a big scale that says, listen, we have like certified, accredited programs for education all the way from junior kindergarten to master's level university, and it's going to be fully accredited. So right now there's like these digital MBAs that are popping up. They basically have all the course load of like these masters. So if you want to do a master's in university, you're basically like running at 60 grand, right? Like it's a lot of money. But all of a sudden now these these companies are saying, hey, we'll accredit you for this program. And it's recognized by some institutions, but imagine a company comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden Google backs them. Can you imagine a curriculum that's run by Google from JK to university? It's fully accredited.
You were talking about this before,
I think it may be, I was
You
talking
mentioned
about
it
this.
before, but I've
That's end game stuff, dude.
Google Education.
And
well,
I can
there's
see
actually
it.
there's a company called Prodigy Education. I actually applied for a couple of jobs with them as
Yeah.
an analyst. So Kamar Abdurrashid, check me out.
Yeah, that they won't after the second half of this video.
Someone didn't take his equity course.
We're cutting this out. But yeah, it's a company called Prodigy Education, and they do like online learning from K to 12.
Yeah.
Like kindergarten to grade 12. So
But like imagine Google actually backs that or Apple backs it and they say like, yo, this is fully accredited and it's a universal standard of education. And whether you're from Sri Lanka or India or Europe or North America or South America, like who cares wherever you are in the world, it's a standard. Imagine all the education a company like Google would have. And they'll be like, yo, this guy, Mario, Mario Gonzalez. Isn't that AC Slater from Saved by the Bell? I don't know. Don't cancel us.
Don't cancel us, please.
Wait, hold on. Mario Gonzalez. Yo, he's a Spanish footballer. Whatever. But imagine all of a sudden everybody's the same standard of education. Instead of paying like people in North America like 50 grand, whatever, like starting wage, all of a sudden they're like, okay, this guy over here, we'll give him 20 USD. The guy's living like the GOAT lifestyle over in Thailand or wherever he is, in a third world country, but he's like smarter and engraved through like, okay, this is going to be our perfect specimen. This is going to be our perfect employee. Let's put him on this course. Let's make him interested in physics. We'll make him interested. We'll start serving him AdWords for fucking chess
robots.
games. Dude,
so
but for
even
real.
the thing with that though is governments have rules and regulations about where you can employ people.
They won't in space. They won't in space, Kamar. Right?
Are you going there yet?
We'll be going there. Okay, so you guys hear about Psych 16? Yeah, we're gonna pull this up right now.
Psych 16?
Psych 16. Okay. Psych 16, I think, is an asteroid. This is an asteroid that's coming in. Yeah, giant metal. So it's basically just all minerals. I think metal is a mineral. I don't know. This thing is worth 967 million. They predict worth of resources of gold and aluminum and iron. It's literally just compacted space rock.
Okay.
This thing, so apparently discovered 1852 by some dude, Italian astronomer. This thing will finally be in our orbit.
Yeah.
In the next 6 or 7 years or something. Let's just say 10, right? But basically, if you're looking at this piece of rock in the next 10 years, imagine people flying out there. Literally, dude, you could build castles in space, in the sky. Like, it'll have more minerals, like $1 billion worth of minerals, right?
Man.
Or even, I'm sure there's worth more than resources. It'll cost 967 million mission to weird, whatever, to get out there. However, let's say it cost $1 billion to get out there. But apparently, this stat could be entirely inaccurate. I've heard there's like 47 times the world's supply of iron on this piece of rock.
Get out.
So imagine like gold, like all of a sudden you have these asteroids and people are like, hey, this is actually a crazy idea. Like we can mine these in space. The value, like the economy on Earth, all of a sudden becomes like a joke.
Rappers are gonna have after this,
dude. Can you imagine? Like a jeweler just makes like a space rock that just hangs out. Like Lil Uzi's diamond is gonna. So he's gonna.
There's actually a pretty interesting.
The diamonds Lil Uzi's gonna have on his forehead. My God,
dude, he's gonna get like a meteor carved to look like.
Everyone's gonna have one, man. The absolute drip that we're gonna be walking around with.
So there's actually, it's really interesting, but there's actually 7 legendary swords in Japan. Some of them are like natural.
Are they protected or something?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like national treasures. Some of them are made with actual asteroids or metals from metals from space.
Really?
That were forged into swords from like renowned swordsmiths.
Dude, sounds like some Power Rangers. Power Rangers.
Yeah, they were probably that's where it started.
Speaking of cancel culture. I think everybody just let Power Rangers get by.
What did they do? Everyone did something,
What?
man. It's crazy when you see clips.
Well,
of
what?
things.
What do you mean? Tell me who the Black Ranger is going to be. Tell me who the Yellow Ranger is going to be.
Yeah.
Right? So-
No. Oh,
okay,
that's amazing.
this is yo, this confused about the new. Okay, so I don't think that's real, but hold on a sec. Black Ranger,
Yeah.
Yellow Ranger, right?
And everyone else is
Everyone
white.
else.
But dude, I think they were allowed to get away with this because it was actually sick.
At least they didn't make the red ones in like a redhead. I mean,
They
maybe
could have done
should've.
that. They could have
probably
done
been
that.
more inclusive, right?
More inclusive, yeah.
Yo, so like, listen, we.
Yellow was kind of a baddie.
I don't. I don't want to get canceled.
Pixar, almost Pixar thick, eh?
Pixar thick.
No, never mind, not there yet.
Okay, so hold on a sec. So it's 2021. They're doing a remake of the Power Rangers movie. Okay, let's just pretend here the Power Rangers movie, 2021, Mighty Morphin, and they offer you the opportunity to play a Power Ranger, and they stick you in the role as this,
As
like
the Black Ranger. To be fair, I think his suit's the slickest. You know, like I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably want to rock that.
I would be. I don't know. I remember my brother always picked the color. He got to pick the color because he's older, and I can't remember which. I think he was always a Red Ranger, and I was left to be like the blue or the green. I can't remember which ones they were, but you would be the Black Ranger?
Yeah.
Mike, would you be the Black Ranger? I feel like the Black Ranger is still pretty sick. Wasn't he introduced as like some extra like dude who came in with like extra power or something?
Like, yeah, maybe stronger abs, stronger muscles, big dick or something.
Stronger, faster.
Low,
He's
low,
definitely rocking some big dick energy.
low stamina though.
Yeah, look at this guy's like low key thick, man. He's
Dude,
like a linebacker, man.
the
He's
thighs
like a
on
natural
him.
Yeah,
football
that's
player,
crazy.
Damn, dude. No,
What?
look, they corrected it. Wait, Power Rangers Dino Fury cast on Zoom auditions. I honestly don't even care for the new remakes. Like, okay, so Pink Ranger, whatever.
But
Yeah. These look lame, dude.
Yeah.
These look so. This is
Oh,
these are
yeah.
just people.
Is this still
cosplaying.
going on?
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers, yeah. It's always surprising when you see things going on in our childhood.
I'm
yeah.
sure it is.
They
I
are.
heard
They are. It'll just be new
Pokemon
versions.
was still going on.
It is, man. There's probably like 2,000 Pokemon by this point. Like, I remember when Gold and Silver came out when we were kids.
Yeah.
Well, obviously yellow, red, blue,
I never had
yellow,
the luxury
red. Yeah,
of,
I can't remember,
game
but I had
systems like
yellow. Oh, you never had like a Game Boy?
No.
Man, Game Boys. I would just
My parents
lie in
were
bed
super
early in
strict
the
on
morning,
games.
Yeah.
stay in bed for
Yeah.
a couple hours.
Would you ever play with it like under your pillow? Like, you know, you're supposed to go to bed. I remember, so I never had a Game Boy.
Oh
but I got a
yeah.
DS.
Oh, the DS. Yeah.
Dude, I remember having the DS,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember what was it like? There was like an egg, and you had to keep moving to get the egg to hatch
Yes.
or something.
Yeah.
And I think there was like something where you could bug it, like, and so you could walk like into a wall or something, and your guy would like keep walking, so like you wouldn't get attacked by Pokemon. And I remember I would have this thing set up with like the right amount of pressure. Like I would have my DS charged because my parents would be like, "Oh, you can't have it in your room." And I'm
Yeah,
like, "I
yeah.
need to charge it."
Yeah,
and then I would keep coming in the middle of the night. I have to use the bathroom, right? And I remember I would like check because like the screen would be glowing and it couldn't be completely closed, but you have to have something in
Yeah.
position so the guy's like still running into the wall to hatch the egg, or however that worked out. I think, yeah, dude. Have you guys played the new Pokemons?
I've never
No,
actually
nothing
played-
past. It's like called like Sapphire or something. But that was a long time. Even that was a long time ago. I mean, the last one I played seriously was like Game Boy Gold and Silver.
No, is that the new Pokemon?
The new
graphic?
Pokemon,
The
like
graphics
3D,
are
dude.
crazy, eh?
But like, I don't know. This kind of like I don't even like this as much.
I don't. It's
Compared
almost
to,
better. Yeah, but that's.
But
I'm
then
sure
it's
every
like a
every generation's like that.
MMORPG, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. It's almost like an RPG. Yeah.
They could make it like a MMORPG, like a multiplayer.
Mhm.
Online.
Yeah.
So that'll be like your own world. kinda
Yeah,
thing.
I guess so. It just it's
Could you
it,
imagine that they do that with VR? If they throw some VR in that, how wild would that be?
I think people are gonna get lost in the sauce when it comes to VR, man.
So I was actually looking into it because I saw the Oculus Rift 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like, that looks really cool. And I saw it was on my Facebook, and I was like, oh, damn, I'm definitely not getting
Yes.
that.
The games you can get right now, like on Steam, the VR games are pretty cool. Like you can do like Beat Saber. Have you guys ever tried Beat Saber?
No.
It's actually pretty sick.
I
So
heard they have a new shooter coming out, too. Like a zombie shooter.
I had no idea.
Huh.
But yeah, Beat Saber, man. When you play it, it's like you obviously you hit the things coming, and they're all timed to beat. It's like Guitar Hero, but like real life, and you're like drumming in the air. Ooh, tickle, tickle.
The audience has no idea.
I don't know. VR games, man, I feel like there's so much that they have left to do. But the crazy thing is, like, there's still so much coming with, like, not non-VR games. Like, the new generation of Grand Theft Auto.
Right?
Yeah.
Once VR gets there.
Hey, by the way, if you're still watching this, hire Kamar.
Once again, Kamar Abdur Rashid.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever company that was. Man, but I feel like the next generation, like PS5, like, it's funny they release the consoles and then they don't obviously have any games ready for the first little bit.
Yeah, they only a couple, right? And that's the biggest thing.
But I think the new generation of these games are going to be so, like, graphic intensive that, like, man, people have, like, even if you're looking at, like, a 27-inch monitor, like, your peripherals, your field of view, you just zone in. Like, I know VR is a different level of experience, but, like, the quality of the graphics at this point, it's so immersive anyways. Like, I don't know, VR games are cool, but
Have you played any before?
yeah, we went to a VR cafe and we have a friend who has a bunch of VR games on Steam. Right now they're all just like proof of concept though. Like they're not the most exciting and the gameplay is very repetitive.
Yeah,
obviously,
sure,
because there's only so many mechanics that you can do. So
And it all has to be programmed and built in, right?
yeah,
And
like
VR is completely interactive at that point.
yeah, so like I don't think any game is quite using it the way that it probably could be used.
Yeah.
Like if you want to walk forward, press the circle button or the forward arrow. Like you're still doing that, but it's just when you look around, you're orienting yourself instead of a mouse.
And actions.
Yeah,
Hand gestures.
but most games, like for example, there's like a scary game. I remember when we were playing at this VR cafe, like I was freaked out. Like it was freaky.
Is this in Toronto?
Yeah, I was like over by the airport, like it's
okay.
just outside of Mississauga. But I remember like playing this game. Like obviously you go to rooms and they're locked. It's more like one of those puzzle like Get Out games. But yeah, you tilt your head, but you still got to press like X to open the door, and you can see your hands doing this. Like, but it's kind of like not the experience, right? And there's another game that's actually pretty sick. It's like you're an archer, and it's like it's nice, but the whole premise of the game is like you keep getting like waves of things you got to attack, but it's like I don't know if I'm actually like hitting the things or the game just has this massive handicap to let me keep clearing waves.
It's definitely the game.
Yeah.
It's definitely the game.
I'm gonna have to
Have
go
you
to
done
one of these.
archery in real life?
What?
Have you ever done archery?
Like I've used like a kit from Dollarama.
Okay.
Is
It's a lot harder than
dude, I was gonna say when you see movies like Lord of the Rings and you've got like Legolas out here just slinging the bow, isn't it like they can't go that distance, and isn't it like the most ridiculously
no,
tough
they
weapon?
can.
Like, isn't
Bows
it?
and
Don't you have to have a
arrows?
serious amount of like
Force to
power and
Yeah,
force to be
yeah.
like?
So I used
yeah.
to do archery. I want to get back into it, but it's actually a pretty expensive sport.
Oh, I
Because
bet.
it's,
Wait, what's expensive though?
To buy the the
You
different
have
types of
you have a
bows.
bow and you have like 3 arrows and just don't use them.
You wish it was that easy. So even like there's different types of bows. So even a traditional, this is the one you're thinking with like just solid piece of wood that flexes.
No, I'm thinking about like a mechanical thing.
Okay,
bro. Like
so
a crazy,
then
like
those
this.
are like then the other one there is
$209 US.
Yeah, there's Olympic and there's compound. So I'm not sure if this is on the screen right now, but those are compound bows.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
And then so compound bows are a lot more mechanical, which they tend to have
but
a
like $300, bro.
So
You're
you
gonna
can
spend
have something that needs like 80 or 140 pounds to hold back.
LBs, 100 LBs.
But then
LBs.
the mechanics built into that, it has like a release. So once you pull a certain point, the weight drops like maybe like half or a third of that. So you can hold that all day.
Oh.
Then like the Olympic ones, which is the one that like, I was doing, there's no mechanics to hold that
So you
weight
pull
for
back
you.
the full distance,
You have
it's
to
a lot
pull
of
back the
resistance,
full-
yeah.
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 But yeah, man, they're talking about like archers, like Japanese and like Chinese archers, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And there was like over the years, like families of archers or clans or whatever they were, they had genetically were different. Like they had massive
They're
shoulders.
built
and
different.
arms.
Yeah,
They're
they're
built
built
different.
different.
They're
They're
built
built
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But yeah, they were super accurate, man. Like they were able to like, you know.
I bet.
Yo, do you think? Okay, so hold on a sec. So do you think you'd be really good at archery if you were to do
now?
it? Yeah. How long do you think it would take?
You
'Cause
can
there's-
learn, but like, I don't know, like I don't know, but like
Okay,
competition.
the
Level.
reason-
I
the
never
reason I
got
say
there.
this-
I just did like high school archery competitions.
Okay, but
I didn't
hold on.
win shit.
So if this isn't a niche, you better fucking claim this one. Archer,
Oh no, there.
TikTok. If there's not, bro, if there's not famous TikTok bowman, like what can we search here? If there's nobody shooting an arrow on TikTok, Kamar, we found your niche. You don't even have to get a real job.
You know what? Yeah.
Just do
And
trick shots with a
karate
bow and
and
arrow.
even if there's
For
a
real.
couple, I'll
Bro, it's not even gonna
guarantee
be trick
you.
shots. I'm just be trying to aim and fire shit.
Dude, if you made, like, I'm telling you right now, if you made an account where you're just absolutely hitting bullseyes with a bow and arrow, I'm not joking. You'd probably go 100K on TikTok in like 2 months. If you have like a sick skill set.
Maybe in the background play some Savage
then,
Love.
But then,
Yeah.
Savage Love. Need somebody, need somebody. You're good. You're gold.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be crazy.
I've seen like I don't know who's TikTok, probably Instagram. I don't have a TikTok or anything.
Bro, there's no
There's a bunch
famous
of, like,
famous Instagram archer.
Yeah, they have
The
people
day
doing,
I'm.
trick shots, like shooting through like rings, shooting grains of rice and stuff like that.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like
Oh,
the
I
spot
got
is
the
still
baddie
ripe for
now.
the taking. Spot is ripe for the taking, man.
Famous Instagram archer. I
Who's
don't.
Brittany Archer?
I think they've got their
Archery
backs
quote.
arched.
Dude,
in some of the photos.
Stop. Nice. Yeah, famous archery quotes. I don't focus on what I'm up against. I focus on my goals and I try to ignore the rest.
Venus Williams.
Isn't that the tennis player though?
Yeah, but that is definitely not Venus Williams in that photo.
I know.
So did she just put a Venus like a tennis quote over an archery quote?
Yeah,
because I guess she's
yeah,
focusing.
because you know.
Archery 3. Hold on.
Damn.
Venus Williams. Dude, what the hell? She just put an archery quote over like a tennis quote. Yeah, we're gonna search that right now. I don't focus on what I'm up against. Venus Williams quotes. Is that even allowed? I'm sure we're gonna find it. Like I don't even want to care to okay, news. We don't want to search news. Principle of design, the harmony of the rhythm.
I love quotes though. Yeah, you see on Instagram or whatever other social media, you'll get that plain background, or sometimes you'll get like landscapes,
Yeah,
and
you-
it'll be like this super deep motivational,
So-
reused.
You know, maybe if I was there, I would be feeling that. But watching the picture of it,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's-
have the same
Don't be
vibe.
too hard on yourself. Gandhi / Michael Scott.
Dude, honestly, that's a niche right there too. That's another 100K TikTok following. Famous fake quotes.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you
Famous fake
remember
quotes.
in was it second or third year or something? We started that Facebook profile. It was like Gandhi quotes.
Gandhi.
Got UTM Gandhi or something like that.
Wait, you guys started that?
I didn't, but I can recall. But I wasn't me. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
We cannot confirm.
We cannot confirm
Yeah,
credit.
it was after that other Facebook pages like UTM relationships or something.
Oh,
like
that was
Oh,
spicy.
that was spicy.
That was
Yeah, you'd get the
We
yeah.
knew the person running that.
Yeah, we
page.
did, man. But it's
We won't
crazy.
say
Like
names,
you look
but-
at it, that was a golden time. That was a golden time, honestly, on the internet when social media was still so new. And I remember I was like, I would just say whatever I wanted on Facebook, and like it was beyond the point where like people were leaving the statuses. You know, it was like Nicholas Coatsworth is hungry. You know, people would do the is or am. I'm angry. Like right. I wish people would just leave me alone, like the passive. I never did that stuff, but like all of a sudden, we people were like, okay, that's lame. We're gonna use it to start doing funny stuff. You know, I feel like that era, like we're still in the era of funny stuff, but you got to be so much more guarded of what you say.
Oh, super.
Oh yeah.
Super.
Could you say anything remotely controversial or?
Do you think so? Yeah, I wanted to. I was looking at. So I downloaded on my computer. So you have to run like for deep faking. I really want to start deep faking.
deep thinking?
Deep faking.
Deep faking.
So basically, you basically, and a lot of these sites have been taken down. You can only like download like the source files on like GitHub, and they're all in like Python. Like literally, you have to know how to like use like a terminal. And I was laughing because I'm like, damn, I want to do deep fakes, and this would honestly be the perfect thing if you were to do deep fakes of like famous people doing quotes that they never said, and try and get that to go viral. Remember like the National Enquirer, and like how they would always post like alien boy.
Oh yeah.
Alien boy.
Almost like the Onion.
Yeah, well, Onion is strict satire. Like National Enquirer is like, I bet you won't bite. I bet maybe it is true. Maybe it's not. Dude, I feel like that needs to be
Teasing us. Damn it.
UFO spotted over the White House.
Or
Is that-
was it?
is that- Dude,
Kind of like clickbait, but you know it's clickbait.
Yeah.
but it's like it's funny, right?
funny.
White women are intrigued everywhere for sure.
But dude, I feel like that's like a niche that needs to come back. Like imagine just deep faking on TikTok, like deep fake quotes, and like you wouldn't make them bad. Like it wouldn't be like I hate like there's hate speech.
Whatever you're gonna say.
Yeah, there's hate speech. There's hate speech, but you could like Venus Williams. You know, I would do like Barack Obama, and I do like not everything that comes easy is good or something, and I'm like, and it's just like a pointless quote, but like it's like he didn't say that, and it doesn't deserve to be on a poster.
Right.
I think that stuff would take off, dude.
Right.
And like apparently, who got in trouble for it? Apparently, there was Jordan Peterson. Somebody was doing like a deep fake of him doing like AI like speech recognition and saying like it was like I am not JordanPeterson.com. And he like filed a lawsuit against them for the deepfake, and they had to take down the site.
Wow.
Because it's just a bunch of like quotes and things that like he never said.
Yeah.
That they put up.
Especially in the States, right? You can sue for anything.
Yeah.
But I guess that is actually more.
Controversial, bro.
Yeah.
You guys are very quiet now. Yeah, let's go back to the JT tier list. Yeah, that one let us down. So I don't know, man. What do you think? Like, if he was, why are people not bothered by this? More importantly, the tier list. Because I think all these are pretty good. All these are S tier.
Because some of them are him just traveling to places and trying to blend and experience the culture, right?
I think he wants.
Minus the blackface. That,
Oh, yo.
He wants to be. Trudeau wants to be liked and respected by everyone. He's,
internationally, he's loved.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I think we think that as Canadians, but I really don't think he is, man. I think people laugh at him. Like, I think there's maybe some.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch.
I think the citizens of other countries think he's the greatest thing in the world, but the leaders of the other
leaders?
countries think he's a joke.
Yo, have you guys seen this?
What did
Yeah,
he?
you guys gotta
No,
watch this.
I gotta.
You and your family do to cut back on plastics?
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of water out of when we have
yes.
water bottles out of a plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles, sort of things. There's a number.
Boy, man.
Wow.
Dude, there's
In case you're wondering, how to reduce.
There you
Brought
go.
by Swell.
oh, dude, there's so many.
I call cap. Justin Trudeau, we know you drink from plastic.
Justin Trudeau.
You know,
He's the type that'd be like stocking up on like
you know
24
about
cases of water bottles when they're on sale at the grocery store.
when he was making that speech, he had Greta
He's
Thunberg
definitely
in the
a
back of his
soul.
mind. I can't upset Greta.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you made like a fake TikTok account and you did like a deep fake of Greta? And it was like you were catching like off guard, and she's like, yeah, I can't wait to go like ride my Sea-Doo this weekend. This whole thing's a joke. I hope they cut me my check, dude. You could make like a fake video,
Yeah.
and that would go. Twitter would pick it up without needing any verification.
Oh, you're definitely
whatsoever.
gonna get so much backlash for that. Though.
But like I said, it's not about the deepfake. It's just a lesson in password security. Come on. Password security. Yeah, somebody hacked our account and they deepfaked it, and I think that's what it all comes back down to.
I think we just recorded ourselves saying that.
No, we didn't. This was recorded last year.
This was recorded last year.
Last year. So,
Correct. It is.
so
20,
if somebody,
Something like March 14th,
yeah,
2020.
yeah, if
I
somebody,
remember that, just when Corona started.
yeah, basically the lockdown hasn't happened yet. But if somebody was to take us up on that, like just the way that I think the way time works, I don't think we'll be affected. Bet.
No cap.
No cap, bet. Yo, this is the most. Kamar, would you say you're a Toronto man's?
Half Toronto man, half island
Yo,
man.
so first of all, Kamar, I want you to get real close to the mic.
Am I close enough now? I don't know if my mic is even on. Are you hearing me properly?
Well, I can.
We can hear you.
Or unless
properly.
you're being picked up by this. No, I think,
Well,
I
like,
think you're good.
I'm also sitting right beside you.
Yeah,
We can turn your mic up way high.
Oh, I'm hearing myself now. Should I be hearing that?
You can hear. You've been hearing yourself the whole time. Have you not?
Yeah, but am I hearing myself through this?
How
Or,
about
like,
now?
through
How
my
about
mouth?
now?
Oh,
How
I'm
about-
definitely hearing myself.
There you go. I turned up your volume. How's that?
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Now can
Probably
you hear
turn-
yourself?
You could probably turn it on a little bit low.
You want it lower?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we want to hear your like sexy voice, man.
I don't know if I
Toronto. Tell us you're not a Toronto man in like the most Toronto man way.
I don't know how a Toronto man's always speak though.
We need Khalid on here.
Don't be shy. Come on.
We literally have we literally will have like the thing in the background, like the CN Tower in the background, Justin Trudeau in the background. So we have to be as Toronto as possible. I think the next one that we do though, we have to have like Khalid
I
on
think
here.
Trudeau's on Canada, but
Khalid would be instant success on the
Podcast
podcast.
with the Toronto
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, he'd come decked out and just be so. I would love it too, because the guy would be half on his phone the whole time, but still like
yeah.
just
yeah.
quick
Kyle
with the
is like a
response.
Toronto man though, in a way.
Yeah, like I think he's
Not as
he
much
can
as
put it
Sean.
on,
He
but
can put it
Sean
on.
would be more Toronto man. So
I
yeah,
I
maybe.
think there's this
He was like a Toronto man while he was in Brampton.
Toronto man.
Well, Brampton is basically kind of like Toronto man's too. They put on the
Yo, this guy's super funny. This guy's
Yes.
Nimaz.
yeah.
Yo,
He's funny.
let's add him. Let's add him. But man, I feel like his impressions are really good. But obviously, in the past like year, the whole idea of like the Toronto man's accent has really like you hear what you kind of want it, you think what you want it to sound like online, and like people are just kind of like, you know, like Italians. You know, like the Italian like voice when you get two Italian guys like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, bro, it's a pizza. Oh, mom. You know, and they start trying to like outdo each other, right? This
Yeah.
is like not, and it's funny because this guy's like all over it. Nimaz, like a Woodbridge thing, right?
Yeah.
But like you know like
Oh, so now you can do it.
yeah, now you can do it, dude. What the hell? But man, it's funny that like Italian guys like try to outdo each other with the accent, and then they'll throw in like a word, and they'll get it's like relax, guys. Like neither of you actually speak Italian, but they're just right. They're just trying to get into it. I feel like Toronto mans do the same thing. Like if somebody says like it's just like you have to. It's like oh yeah.
So what
you just have to.
So what percentage? What percent of people with the Toronto man's accents in Toronto, the GTA,
Are authentic?
are authentic and
Ooh.
they're just that ignorant? And what percent is just faking it because it's just
How you talk,
How-
but sometimes it's you hear it so much that that's what you end up you pick up words like that.
well in
That's how
university
accents-
I talked like
Ironic.
closer to it where it was fake but
Yeah.
it just got so built into you
That you
and
just
it
do-
depends
it's a
it
habit.
depends who you're around too and
Yeah.
you're just speaking like that and it's
Yeah.
weird how it works and then you leave university and you go off to work and you don't see those people as much or you're
And you
in
don't
different
talk like that
settings
anymore.
and it slowly
Yeah.
goes away
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
just start to talk more like yourself
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know.
definitely true. You talk like that around certain people and certain
yeah
friends.
yeah
I remember in university. What was
Big
the
facts
first
all
one we
the
started saying though? Big. What? I remember Khalid always introduced us to the first couple of slangs. Big facts. How old was that?
big facts
Big
Oh,
facts.
big
I know.
facts
That was before bet.
Still say that
Oh,
sometimes.
bet wasn't
Bet
a thing
replaced
until,
that, right?
Yeah, bet. Yeah, kind of
Are we going back to like middle school days though, or like?
Well, how
like high
funny-
school
High
days?
school, yeah.
big fact, like late 2000s.
Yeah, like at what point did like
I think like J Cole years.
yeah, but at what point did like high school slang start becoming like Toronto slang?
No, so you know what? I was
Toronto
talking to
slang goes
someone
back.
recently, and like I grew up in Malton. I was born in Jamaica, came here, grew up in Malton, and a lot of the slang that I was using in middle school and elementary school growing up there
Yeah,
was the same slang being used with friends that I have now that were like growing up in Toronto, and
Yeah.
other in Etobicoke and stuff like that. So it's interesting how like, same words,
yeah.
you know.
Well, it's yeah.
But I'm trying to remember back in like third year when we like or like second year, whatever, like freshman university, we started like saying like the first iterations that at least we heard.
Ally.
No, that's
Big
old.
facts.
That's newer. That's,
That's
newer.
newer,
That's
yeah.
like 3 years. 4
No,
years
no,
old.
no.
Dunno?
Ally is much older than that, but it's not university. Like we weren't saying it then.
Man,
We just
I want to try and remember when we were actually saying it though.
Meanwhile, it was probably happening for like 10, 20 years before, and
Probably.
then we just stole the culture.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
just
'cause
picked it
that's
up.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we take the culture.
Drake is the biggest culture vulture, but yeah, white people
Yeah.
get all the shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like we should actually investigate this. Do you think there's actually going to be like a social scientist who goes into the what is it called when you study a language? The origination of words.
Is that a?
It's
Did I
an
search
actual
that
it's an actual thing.
Well, there's a thing for everything, yeah.
Epitomologist. Yo, let's fact check me on this. Epitomologist.
Epitomologist? A new word to learn. Today I
Word of the
learned.
day. Word
Today I
of the day.
learned. Yeah, word of the day. Epitomologist.
So epistemology is study of knowledge. So an epistemologist is someone who studies how we know things. Okay. Philosophy, conservative knowledge. Okay, no, there's something that sounds very close to this. I can't remember what it is. Nature, origin. Concerned with the knowledge, study the nature, origin of some thoughts.
Maybe just Google like study of words.
I think it's epistemology.
Oh, linguistics is the science of language. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know,
yeah.
I was thinking that when he said epitomologist, and I was like, oh man, that's probably like way off.
Well, you get linguistics and you get it confused with linguini, and then you're back
Yeah,
to the
it's true.
Italian man.
Yeah, but anyways, I'd be sick if somebody was like actually broke down like the evolution. You know how like
Right.
Like words.
yeah, like okay. I can't remember what video I was watching, but a while ago, and it was like it was originally like an abbreviation of all correct. Did you guys know that?
So where do you get
No.
O from?
Where do you
so,
get the O?
so all correct, it eventually started being opted for all, like OL, like it's short form for like in Old English, all correct. And before they said K, like they used correct with a K, like Old English or Latin or something. But yeah, there's a whole video on it. I can't remember where you find it. It was on YouTube, but they were breaking down like the origination of like okay and like why it is what it is. But that'd be crazy. I'd have like a breakdown of like I'm sure it wouldn't go that deep. It's just somebody in some Toronto basement one day, basically like exported from
The guys came over right from the islands and
yeah,
they started all this.
and it started in some Scarborough basement or something. But
It's always Scarborough.
who do you
The
think?
islands, huh?
Yeah.
But who do you think going back to it? If you were to take a Twitter poll like anonymously, and you were to survey 100 people in Toronto and just anonymously tell us. Do you put a little bit of extra accent on your Toronto man's accent? Do you think a lot of people would be like, yeah, like it's fake? And then they talk to their mom and be like, I'm sorry, mom. But out in the public or they're talking to their buddies, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, probably like 80-90%.
So why is that?
It's so exaggerated, especially once it started becoming popular, right?
yeah, everybody just tries to
And
twang it.
everyone, jumps on it, and all of a sudden it's a thing, and they
Yeah.
act like it's been thing forever, and
Yeah.
it isn't.
Yeah.
It's been a thing for like 10 years. Kind of Drake's popularity, and that's what I meant. Like once
Yeah.
once
To be
Drake.
fair though, he's still
put
like,
on-
topping charts, and he's breaking new record.
Oh, I know. I'm not
on, why-
shitting on. I'm not
we're
shitting
not-
on the Champagne Poppy. It's just. It's just.
Is that still his name? Is that still his
Champagne
name?
Poppy? You got Instagram.
Dude.
At Champagne Poppy.
Yeah, you know what we should do? We should deep fake him, and we should deep fakes you, Kamar, just singing him, or one of us. Dude, that would be so sick. I honestly think that, like the future of deepfakes, like you guys remember like 4 months ago that app Reface came out?
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, we were making gifs. Yeah, we were making gifs of each other. Man, I feel like that was like a first taste, and it's so funny because like looking into what I saw now, I realized that literally was just a giant bait to do more software training. Like just
Oh yeah,
face
you know
training.
the reCAPTCHA thing?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all,
yeah, it's to
it's
train
all,
computers on
machine
image
learning.
recognition. Yeah. So it's funny because you look at Reface, we've created accidentally like a massive database for them to just compile and rerun and rematch to basically like
Even Facebook on your phone where you can tag people.
Yeah.
Same thing.
yeah, it's crazy. But all we're doing is we're fueling the machine. And I can't wait.
That's where the future is, man. Data about us that we don't own.
Yo, so you guys hear about these NFTs that are coming to life? NFTs?
Non-fundable trunk
Oh,
Non-fungible tokens.
token.
Basically all it is, you don't need to know like the crazy science behind it. All it is basically a way to prove like digital attribution for an asset, right? So
Okay.
instead of like the Mona Lisa, it's like one of one. It's like being able to say I'm the original owner of this JPEG or this image or video or whatever.
Or I
right?
own the original.
Y-
image.
yeah, I own
Rights-
the original
the rights
digital.
to the original.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty crazy. But I was laughing. I was telling Chelsea, I was like, imagine a future in The Sims, or like digital currency, and all of a sudden somebody working full time in The Sims and they're an interior designer, but like the concepts that they're creating. Like I think eventually video games, what you're gonna start seeing is like there's gonna be an economy that kind of starts merging between brands. Like so you have a currency in one game, but it, like for sake of example, EA. I think there's gonna be a currency within all Electronic Arts that like you basically can move around to other accounts or other games, right? So imagine, and this is kind of like the first iteration, like Counter-Strike, you can buy and sell skins for guns, and there's like a whole market for it because like there's certain release drops, and they've been doing it for a while, right? But imagine you actually design skins or things in video games. That becomes like a real life profession, and people buy it with real money, right? Like that'd be crazy. Like if you could pay 45 cents and it was something like a stamp over your Facebook profile, whatever social media there is, just to say, hey, yeah, like I own this, like for 45 cents, artist gets, I don't know, 10 cents, and company gets like 30. Dude, imagine people making like that's again, imagine like ad revenue right now. YouTube videos pay like 7 cents a video, but like, it's a certain amount of views, right? That'd be crazy making a whole career off of just making digital art or digital things.
But it's not even it. The value is so weird with that, right? Like you can have. I was listening to the news about it, and they were talking about like the value and how the value, like how do you generate value from something that everyone owns, right? Like they were talking about, I think it was Dolan's like first tweet was
Yeah.
sell for like how many millions of dollars,
Yeah.
and it's because everyone uses it that it has value.
Yeah.
Not that it's different from like something exclusive.
Yeah.
Right, so it's interesting, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of digital content or other content that could not be traded or didn't have a value for that you can now create.
So you
Right.
And sell.
You guys see this new artist or this guy? So he's not new. He's been doing it for like 12 years. This dude has created one piece of art. Like he does 3D illustrations every single day for the past like 12 years. The dude is crazy, right? Like he makes some cool freaking images, man. Some of them are animated, some of them are not.
I like those.
Dude,
That's really good though. Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear one.
dude, he's crazy. This dude his last drop. So he just did an NFT drop, $69 million.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
So he's that's like the third most valuable piece of art that's ever been sold in the world, in the history of the world, which is crazy to me. But like it goes to show that I think all this right now, like everything's being overvalued, the hype of it, but it's just kind of crazy to know the era that we're pushing into. Like Logan Paul is like trading cards and stuff like that now, but the fact that like these digital assets are, you know, instead of owning like a physical collectible, you can own like a digital thing. That's pretty crazy.
Well, if regular people can start doing this and making good money off it, maybe we can start
they're
affording our
talking
houses.
about like art and stuff, right? You can sell something like a digital art copy, and
Yeah.
like you own the original, like
Pretty crazy some of his stuff.
But
man.
then the thing is, how do you generate value from that?
It's just like how do you generate value out of the Mona Lisa? Like
Is
it's
it-
just there's a supply and demand of it. It's something.
But that's
exists.
something where like it's recognized.
Well, the dude has like 1 million something followers on Instagram. It's not like people don't know who he is, right?
Yeah.
But like point being, it's like if you have these digital artists or just anybody, like again, he's selling art in the form of art, right? In the form of it's a collectible. But like I think it's gonna be crazy to know that again, the idea of potentially like cryptocurrencies being used as like a substitute for real world value. You know, if I do something on Fiverr for somebody, maybe we're going to decide that we don't want to get paid in US dollars. We're going to get paid in this token that's usable in Call of Duty or usable somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's like the idea that
So
like,
might as well get with some cryptocurrency.
dude, well, think about this. When all these fuckers start going to space, do you really think when they start mining these resources, they're going to attribute this value back to the US dollar? Why? They're bigger than the U.S. now. You're like they're intergalactic, man. They're sovereign in their own right. I wonder what.
Not if they put a U.S. flag up there.
But like how do you designate like what do you think their currency is going to be called? Like Elon or Virgin? You know, they're going to call it something stupid, and they're going to be like, yo, this is worth 800 American dollars, and there's a currency now, and people would buy and support that
Those
exchange.
as big as those companies are, they're not going to be able to like fund that. Like, and
What do you mean?
regardless of even
Fund
if they
what?
do, there's going to be some sort of government's going to find a way to get involved, or governments are going to find a way to get involved and regulate that. Like space. And
you think
stuff
so?
like
They
that. Yeah.
regulate everything.
yeah, but like
Especially like
so
if you,
if
so
I
I
go
don't,
to
you might not
space,
know this, but like U.S. military,
Yeah.
they have such a tight hold on
how do you know this?
news. Looked it up, Google. I don't know, random facts. But
Nervous laughter. Look away from the camera.
but like if you produce
Trudeau coming after your ass. Now,
right?
buddy.
But if you produce or design a piece of technology or
Yeah.
military technology using anything produced by an American company,
Yeah.
that technology, if it's military, is automatically American. So there was a thing where like it was some other like,
I don't know. There's certain
no,
point the rules stop
it's
applying.
true. It's true. And guess what? If you can stop, you can say whatever. I don't agree with that. But the U.S. keeps a a blacklist of these companies or these places or whatever, and if you do business with them, the government will boycott or blacklist your company as well. And the U.S. is such a powerhouse that it's effective. And so this company,
Today,
yeah,
tomorrow,
this
next month,
company
next year, but
was
like-
trying to build a weapon.
We're not talking weapons.
I know, but it's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
trying to build a weapon completely free of American technology, so
Yeah.
the Americans could not claim it as their property or their rights. And
That's the future.
yeah, and they did that, but there was a light bulb used in the facility that was American made,
Oh
Really?
god,
and they used that to attribute
Yeah.
that product, that weapon as theirs.
that's crazy, man.
A light bulb.
Big facts.
That's big,
Big
facts.
facts.
You know,
That's
this
big
guy,
facts.
this guy done his research still.
Yeah.
Still, fam.
Dude, what was next on the Facebook news feed? Get served an ad for slippers. Yo, I don't know. I don't know where we're going. Yo, this is actually pretty fun, eh? For the first format that we've ever done for podcasting, like this is.
That's good. That's
I think
good.
we got a recipe.
Well,
here.
we did this a year ago, but yeah, this is
Wait, when did we do it a year ago?
March 14th, 2020.
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm calling it right
So
now. I
it's
think
technically today that we did this.
personally, I think that the lockdowns in Canada are going to last at least a year. I think it goes till at least this time next year, 2021.
I think. Well, obviously, I think the second wave. So in April, I think we will start seeing cases spike again, because to be quite honest, I think, and this is thinking a year from now. This is thinking a year from now. I think
Third
people
wave.
people are going to get more comfortable, right? The weather's nicer. I'm convinced. I'm personally convinced that I got it probably a year ago,
Oh,
a year
COVID.
before. Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of people think they do.
Look me dead in the eye.
I think that I potentially had COVID a long time ago, and I noticed
Yeah.
too. I'm not even gonna lie, had no effects, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I noticed because after,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I was like really short of breath when doing anything physical.
Yeah.
And I went, oh shit, like maybe I had it, had no idea, and it's actually affected me. Like, and it's not just obviously a lot of people have put on some weight over
Yeah.
the months, but it's not just because of that. Like it's
Summer body, man. Gotta get in shape for that.
Yeah. For real.
summer 2020 coming up.
Yeah.
Yo.
Gotta get ready.
So, you know what we're gonna do for episode 2?
Have a script.
Why do we need a script? It doesn't matter.
We don't need a script. We get better. No, we'll get better.
Yeah,
The biggest thing is we'll get better.
The cues for talking in and outs, it's like it just becomes a natural thing, right? But
What are your thoughts on Hot Boy Summer?
Hot Boy Summer, I think, will be officially launching probably very soon. I think we're about to see a big. So I think Hot Boy Summer. There's a little bit of a delayed release. People were expecting it, but I also know that there wasn't enough opportunity to really show how much of a Hot Boy Summer it could have been. I think this summer, people are not going to lose that opportunity. They're going to definitely make sure that people understand it's a Hot Boy Summer.
I think the future, it's gonna be 12 months. 12 months of Hot Boy Summer.
12 months.
That's the way I see
predicting?
it. That's what I see it. Yeah.
A cap
I
or
don't
no
think
cap?
I don't. No cap. I don't think I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. I don't think that I don't think they're stopping it. I don't think cancel culture can take it. I think
No, I don't think they
I think
can.
it's taking over. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Summer 16 all over again.
Summer 16. What was that?
We don't talk about that.
Yo, you guys hear? Lastly, we'll say this right now before we get canceled. You hear about the problem they're having right now with women's prisons? So apparently, there's just an absurd amount of pedophiles and rapists and people doing sketchy crimes that are now coming out and saying that they're trans and they want to go to a women's prison. So Kamar, hold on. This is actually kind of frightening. This is actually kind of frightening because you think about it. It's like, so basically you have somebody who's done something horrible.
Yeah.
And then they pull the card and they say, you know what, actually I can't be sent to men's prison. I'm going to be abused. I'm trans. They get sent to a women's prison. So first of all, this is kind of where it's kind of like we're sleeping in the bed that we've made with what we've allowed here. But I reference it, and this is the kind of the freaky thing. So now they're having a problem with obviously some of these people going over falsely claiming whether it's legit or not, but just running show and just psychologically bullying the shit.
And this is definitely 100% women's prison thing because it's all guys going over.
Yeah, well, Matt, especially
no
if you're
woman's
rapist
gonna
to
go over to a
begin with,
guy.
So,
dude.
so do you just have to claim to be trans, or do you
I
have to
don't
go
know.
through some sort of procedure? Because suppose you just go there when you walk.
Yeah, you don't
in.
gotta
But
go
you
through.
don't
You
have
don't
to
gotta.
because
You
you're
don't
not
have to
allowed
go through
to.
the
You can't
procedure
pull that
because
thread. Yeah, you can't
you
ask
can't. They don't have to go through the procedure,
just
but they
go
have
there
You
to
can identify as a female.
You can identify, and it's such. Oh man,
just
it's a
be like-
2021.
whipping it out, slap it on the table.
Well,
No, they don't have to go through a procedure. Well, wait.
No, but that's the thing. They're gonna go to like this
Yeah.
female women's only.
And imagine
Yeah.
they were rapists or pedophile, whatever, sick and twisted.
And then they'll just claim, well, they're actually gay as well. They're trans and they're gay.
Yeah.
So like,
Then you can just run
it's 2021 things, man. They never should have let this shit get out of hand.
But I think it's just like an interesting it's an interesting paradox they've caught themselves in. It's like now all of a sudden you tell that guy that he's not trans. Maybe he's faking it. What gives you the right? Because you've basically set yourself up for this. You can't say that he's not trans because then that guy over there is not, and that girl over there is not. So how do you go about that? And especially too, it's like, okay, so now we're gonna admit. So now physically, somebody who's a man with more testosterone, they have such a physical advantage over somebody. I'm talking about like in a 1-to-1 a fight scenario.
Yeah.
They're just it's just biology of it. Whether you're trans or not, you're gonna have a bigger like some of these Olympians who switch teams.
They need to get Amanda Nunes in those prisons.
That's but hold on.
Pay her more than the UFC.
But hold on a sec.
for sure.
And this is something that's super controversial. But I wonder, at what point can you pick like a fighter? Like, what tier do they have to be before they can beat Amanda Nunes? Like, could you take like a non-UFC fighter, dude, same weight class, and would he beat the shit out of Amanda Nunes?
No, Amanda Nunes would beat the shit out of him. And you're just talking a non-UFC guy her weight.
No, I'm talking like a UFC guy, but like how does he
weight?
have to be
Probably
world
less.
class?
Oh, you're talking
Just
about
any, like,
you're talking about
qualifying
UFC fighters, male UFC
like somebody
fighters.
who trains and like fights for
Male
a living.
UFC fighters versus Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
I would think that basically every one of them. There's just a testosterone level and
you just can't.
if they're a trained, like really trained male fighter, I still think I would take.
And don't
that
get me
over
wrong,
Amanda
she's
Nunes.
like
She's
Oh,
a beast.
she is
Yeah.
she's
beast.
incredible,
she's like
man.
next
She's
level.
there's
But
nothing
physical
in the UFC
advantage
stuff.
in
yeah.
terms of like
There is, there is.
hitting, taking a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like obviously she can take a hit and give one back. Like
Yeah.
no problem. But like
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking at this, even the same weight class,
yeah.
just naturally, someone same weight class, a male versus a female, that testosterone is going to allow them to build more muscle mass.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who's a trained athlete,
Yeah.
trained fighter.
Yo, I can't wait. I can't wait till we're at the point like when 2K 2022 comes out and they start putting in like women's teams and you start running like simulations against like the skill level of a women's team. I wonder because I know this would never happen in real life. I would want to see like a top tier like American high school basketball team play against like a WNBA.
So
I
here's
don't
the
want to get
thing,
canceled
though.
here. I don't want to get
No, no,
canceled, but I
it's-
also want to know the results.
So here's the thing.
Would they
in
whoop their
Jamaica,
ass? Yeah.
The
high school,
team.
Yeah.
They
in
would whoop their
Jamaica,
ass.
Whoop the
high
girls,
school
yeah,
men's,
WNBA ass.
high school boys in Jamaica
Yeah.
run Olympic female times.
Really?
High school boys in Jamaica run Olympic female times, and like that's actual facts because I
Yeah.
used to.
It's
run
stuff like-
track
I
there,
feel
but
like-
even my
I feel
cousin
like
and stuff,
there's
like,
actually-
runs, and yeah, like they run Olympic
Yeah,
female time.
there's
Like,
no
that's
argument.
ridiculous.
Science is science. Like
Yeah.
I don't. There's no art. Like there's all this with the
facts.
movements that are going over the last 5-10 years where
Yeah.
we're pushing and pushing for more of this stuff. It's like you at some point you can't deny basic science and facts. Like yeah,
So do you not
the
allow
male
them
body.
Because I think I don't remember what state it was, but they recently passed.
Well, you
I think
have
they're
that too,
passing
don't you?
something where like high school people, like trans or whatever, are
Yeah.
not allowed to participate in
Yeah,
female.
yeah, I saw that because the same thing with the prisons. I've seen that. Yeah, there's an issue with people claiming trans and then going into sports where they can dominate, or at least
That's tough, man.
yeah. And it's like how do you allow that? Like
Yeah, especially in like
because you
like,
cannot deny
physical
you can't
advantage, yeah.
deny they have a
Could you
massive
imagine,
physical
like,
advantage over
Jenner, is it Kris Jenner?
Kris Jenner. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running like female track.
He's already
Explosive
an
results.
all-time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's just
That's
yeah.
crazy to me. And I just wonder where we're going. Especially like I was laughing because Modern Family was
Well, diamond hands. We're going to the moon, baby.
we're going to the moon. Yeah, exactly. No cap.
No, yeah. Shout out deep fucking value.
Yeah, there you go. And it's funny, we haven't really done a whole lot of swearing, which I'm pretty impressed about.
Yeah.
But
Because
this is
Sean's not here.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, gosh.
We're gonna get some controversial stuff once we bring some more people on.
We'd have to turn Sean's mic down because he'd be loud. You already know he'd be
Yeah,
yelling
he
in the
would be.
mic.
He would be. I feel like he'd do a lot of You know, a little pasty man. That's disgusting, eh?
This podcast is brought to you by Lip Balm.
Dude, yeah, I can't wait till we have a real sponsor. Who do you think our first sponsor would be? So Anchor, by the way, Anchor FM, when you upload podcasts, when you upload it, you basically can use them as a sponsor. Like they're the first one, so they're the platform that basically launches it on everything. But yeah, you can run their ad in the middle of it, and they'll be the first one. And obviously, if you have a certain amount of views, they give you a payout right away.
Wow.
But I think we could eventually get sponsored by Manscaped.
Manscaped. We could.
We
yeah.
could.
We've mentioned Drake a few times in this. I feel like
OVO?
OVO? Could we? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yo, by the way, we're not sponsored by Puma, and we do not endorse it. Although Michael is wearing Puma, we do not endorse it.
We do not endorse it. Wow, I didn't even think about that. You guys didn't even bring anything with.
We're gonna have to
My
censor
boxers
that
are
out.
technically Puma. I
Don't-
don't know if that counts.
It's okay. Kamar, this is family friendly podcast.
Yeah,
you
we don't need to know that.
Yeah.
We don't need to know that. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much a wrap. Like this has been an hour and 11 minutes. Pretty good, eh?
Wow.
Pretty
Yeah.
pretty
I mean,
significant.
It's the first time. There's probably a lot of flaws when we look back at it, but I mean,
But
we're
you know-
just shooting some shit.
I
We're
think
just randomly talking. Yeah.
no, dude. But even if we get like 45 seconds of like clips here and there, I think we've accomplished something. The fact that we did it is great. And the funny thing is, like, we have everything we need. It's just the consistency.
Wait till we get that fireplace set up.
Fireplace is tough though because it's outside
Yeah.
and you
I
constantly.
didn't realize
Yeah,
there was
that
this much.
changes a lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was this much.
But dude, we can
production.
find a basement anytime and do this. But
Mm-hmm.
this has been a lot of fun. Episode 1. We don't even have a name,
We don't
which
have
is
a name.
fine.
But we're just rolling with it, and we'll get a name.
Yeah, so we'll Kamar, you're in charge of uploading to TikTok, by the way.
I'm gonna have to create a TikTok account.
Yeah, you have to. Archery Flame 101 69.
Archery Flame,
Maybe we
Toronto
should wait
Archery Man.
until we
Maybe.
figure out a name.
Whatever. Names are not important.
Yeah.
Names are not important, dude. Everybody just knows the people who do the podcast, not the name.
But they know the name of the people doing the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then what's the podcast name?
Doesn't
that will be
matter.
the name we upload it under.
Oh,
When we're back next week, we'll let you know the name we decided.
I like that. Okay, any final thoughts, guys?
It was good being here. The coffee was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conversation was good. It was a little stressed at the beginning, but it got
It's pretty fun, eh?
got
Yeah.
Imagine a
Interesting
setup like this.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
It's
a
just-
setup like this. It's just already ready to go. You just hit the button and you start.
Joe Rogan podcast. We're
the
up
Joe
there.
Rogan experience.
Who even is that guy? I don't even know. Compared to
Never
us.
heard of him.
Here you go. Okay, well, awesome.
What
This
is
has been
Fear
fun.
I like Fear Factor.
Okay, nice. That's it. We're playing ourselves out. Done.
Nice.
Peace.
Alright.